Well, I said I wasn't going to do another solar video, but we have had several phone calls, several people talk to me about being off-grid. Now, as I've talked to them, off-grid means totally different things. Do you like to boondock? We're right now out in Quartzsite, wide open land, 11,000 acres of nothing. Maybe this is your style. Maybe it's not. Maybe your style might be using the harvest host system. We love staying at harvest host, and some of those you can stay for a couple of nights. You might like staying in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. Whatever your case may be, you might need to have an off-grid setup to get you through a night, 2 nights, or up to, like us, staying a couple weeks at a time. I've got some footage from another RV that's just like ours, that we did a solar upgrade on, a solar and battery upgrade on. And you'll hear me talk about it in this video coming up, that we basically took what they had, the existing system in their camper, we added some batteries and added some solar to it. That's pretty much it. You don't have to spend, the whole purpose of it, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. Do me a favor, if you have a minute, not only do you want to like and subscribe to our channel here, if this is the kind of stuff that you like, but wrote a blog on it. I'll have the link down below, cottywampletravelers.com, and you can go to our blog. I get into the intricacies of the equipment that we used on the solar setup, how I went about it, and getting a very basic setup for not a whole lot of money by comparison to what a lot of other people spend on systems. Now, our system's completely different because we like to live a little bit differently. We like more comforts from home. It's really just going to depend on what you like. So hang on, stand by, here we go. I promise this is the last one of an install type. We will do some maintenance type videos and how to care for it and how to upgrade it later on down the road as we get a little more time on our wheels. And we'll see you at the end of the video here. Part of what I've always taught to people as we've been out and about is you don't have to spend an incredible amount of money or do anything off the wall in order to be off-grid. Some friends of ours got a camper just like ours. We're taking the opportunity to help them. They bought them some Santan solar panels and a couple of lifetime batteries. And I'm going to walk you through this process as we get this all set up and put on top of their rig for just a minimal amount by comparison. Theirs is a 2021 3791 RD Keystone, Montana. And it comes, because we have a residential refrigerator, it comes with a 2,000 watt inverter. That means that 2,000 watt inverter will also operate 5 outlets inside the coach itself. So what we're going to do is put these panels up here, put them some batteries in the heated bay downstairs, and then just tie right into their existing system, and they'll be able to use those 5 outlets and have solar and batteries with 2 solar charge controllers on it. So yesterday we got all the panels just laid up on the roof. We got the mounting hardware put on them, and we had some help. So got the panels just kind of laid up onto the roof. Today we will go through the process of getting all the panels screwed down, bolted down, get a hole drilled in the roof. We'll probably get the batteries moved over where they need to be. So beautiful day in Georgia. We're at Victoria Bryant State Park in northeast Georgia. Last year we put 4 panels on the roof. The Montana rigs, and maybe yours, I'm not sure, a lot of them come pre-wired. This one came with a Jabani setup. It's got a Jabani roof gland on it. We tied in just like we did my rig. We tied into it, put a solar charge controller on the other end, added 4 panels, and they put 2 200 amp hour Li-time batteries, and they've been running on that now for a while. The Normans have chose to stick with that inverter for the time being till they get to where they figure it out. Maybe something you want to do. You might want to wait and figure out if you really like it before you spend a whole bunch of money. Picked them up 4 more 250 watt panels, which you can see back here behind me. So we're going to put another roof gland up here, run a new wire down to another solar charge controller, because the wires that are in here are, I think, 10, and they won't carry the amps that we're trying to push through it. So we're going to add another set of wires. If anybody is ever wondering about how to figure all of this out, explorist.life. way smarter than me when it comes to this. The intent of this video is to show you that it doesn't take a big rocket scientist to figure some of this out and run with a basic setup and be able to get off grid and see some things that's not normal. So what we did yesterday, took these panels up, and we have had to shift and rearrange things a little bit. We got everything laid out in a nice line, got everything right where we want it. We're going to mark it, get some sealant down, and get all of these screwed into place here and start our wiring process here on the roof. All right, so that step is done. We have managed to get all the panels down, lined up where they need to be at. I've got all the lap sealant in place, got them all screwed down. So this is where these panels are going to live at now, and I think you can see it in the background. Next step is going to start the wiring process, and I'll show you. I think you might can see right down here below me is the existing gland for the Jabani solar. It's already got these 4 panels tied into it. So what I'll do is tie these others in series parallel and insert another gland, and then run those wires down through to the basement where our solar charge controller is going to live at. And that's where we'll do our battery installs. Roof work's almost done, other than drilling a hole in the roof. We'll see how that goes. When you get down to hooking these things up in series parallel, this is where you're going to need one of these Ys to make it work. When we order our stuff from Santan, they come as a pair. Your hot side and your negative side. It's easy to look up online. These 2 in series and these 2 in series, and then we will parallel that series to this series, and we're going to put a gland right in here. You can see there's a chase here from where these vent pipes are at, so we know that there's a clear chase here. What we did find out from doing mine, and thank goodness I didn't go crazy, is whenever you drill through your roof, there is the bundle of wires that runs your air conditioners and your stuff over your head that runs through here. So don't go crazy shooting through there. You could make yourself a much bigger problem. We're having to wait for some wire to get here, so we've gone as far as we can go up here. All the panels are down. Everything's kind of reset other than tying in some loose ends, making it look neat. So now we're going to go downstairs and reset the batteries and the battery controllers where they're going to live in a heated compartment from here on out. So let's go downstairs. All right, so with this particular RV, what we're going to do is we're going to take the batteries and move them into a heated compartment, and we'll probably also move the charge controllers into this heated front bay that's right here. And you can see I've already got 3 of the 4 batteries in here. Left them overnight, letting them kind of equalize out with each other, which you should do. Give them some time to equalize. I'm going to unhook the other one, put it in here and let it equalize. But while we're doing that, we're going to center mount these. So I've got some L brackets and some different things, and you'll see what we do here. We'll get them mounted in the center, and we'll run the wires back up front. The wires, the existing stuff that's up front, we're going to leave it alone. We're just going to tie right back into it. The only space we're going to lose is where these batteries are going to sit in this front bay, and then we'll go from there. So let's get this process started. We have spent the afternoon hooking up wires, moving batteries, moving some things around inside the electrical compartment up under the nose, and moving everything, a few of the things back to the back side right here. So we have hooked up we've got the batteries all in place. I got to put a tie down strap on them, so if you see that, there's a strap going to go across to hold them into place. But we're getting ready to put the cables on and get it set up so that they'll have 12-volt power until we've got some more solar wire that's coming that'll be shipped in tomorrow, and that'll help us finish the run from the roof down to the bottom. So got them all strapped down, got the batteries all strapped down. We've managed, and I used some 1-inch aluminum angle to put into the floor to hold the batteries into place. One of the things you have to be careful, and I think you can see it back here, I had to put a strip of wood back behind the batteries. There are some screws that run on this line that came with the camper, and you don't want the batteries vibrating up against that and wearing a hole in them as you travel down the road. So we've managed to get the wiring, doesn't look that great. We've got to get some different ends, that thing, but we've got all the wires wired up, appropriate size wires. Got them everything hooked up. The solar is not hooked up yet. We're waiting on that wire to come in. I'll go ahead and get the solar charge controller in place and get a lot of that work done. So all we got to do is run the one wire from the roof, the two wires from the roof down from the gland, and hook that up tomorrow afternoon, and we should be back in business. Right now the converter is throwing about 50 amps into them. They'll be topped off shortly. They're already at 13.5, so they'll go up to 14.6 for fully charged and float along. So far so good. Now that we've come to the end of the video, again, if this is the kind of thing that you like, please like and subscribe and do all the things there on the computer. We really do appreciate it. Pass it on to others. If you have any questions, be sure and hit us up in the comment section. I try to answer all the questions that I can, or if you got something you want, send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, however that is. We did not show the ending of this because there were a few more pieces that we did not have on hand to finish this up, but you can get the basic idea. You really just need a good set of batteries and a basic set of solar, and if you've got a modern rig, a lot of it comes already with it. Just use what you got. That's the reason that you didn't see me upgrade any of the wires or anything. We used what the factory sent out, and we felt that was efficient for the load that was being pulled on it. Now, if the Normans choose to upgrade their system to more like we got, then obviously we're going to upgrade a whole lot more stuff, make it more usable. So again, like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.